5 minutes after the hour, welcome back. I'm Jim Rome. This is the Great American Smack-Off. We try to get some of our affiliates involved, out-of-state phone callers, but none of you people stepped up. We couldn't get you in. We have one call from Denver that if he wants in, he can come in later. Nothing from Vegas, nothing from Albuquerque. And, of course, we have Rochester, New York coming into the jungle next Monday. You know that old thing, the old saying, if there's a sign next to the drinking fountain which says don't spit into the drinking fountain, all you yobblers will? You got to stop calling my boy Grover back at the station. You know if you're in. If you don't know if you're in, that means you're not in. People are selling this kid like no other trying to get into the smack-off. Now, if you're an upstart, I would feel pretty good about my chances. Let's be honest. Most of the legends went in the first hour. They wanted to come in early. Doc Mike, Stephen Loyola, David from Poway, Lance from La Costa, Eddie the Rope, Raider Mike. They all went in. Now, I'll say this. There were some good scuds. There were some epic blasts. But nothing that has shaken the foundation of the building. If you're an upstart, you've already taken all of their best shots. There are some legends to come, but I would feel pretty good about my chances. We'll see how this thing plays out. One sports note. Screw it. Back to the phones. All right, now this guy is definitely Final Four material. He has wicked cerebral smack. William, before you get started, because you are a Final Four guy, I want to ask if maybe you want to share your thoughts on what's transpired so far, or were you going to incorporate that into the phone call? Oh, don't tell me. William. Isn't that great? The guy with the highest IQ in the entire jungle, William in San Diego, teetering probably around $176, hung up on himself. I bet he calls back. All right. That opens up a line. There he is. I was going to say that could be bad karma. William, welcome back.
Greetings, Mr. Rome.
Now, what I was saying was, would you like to comment on what has transpired so far, or perhaps were you going to incorporate that into your blast?
No, not particularly. It is always good to speak with you on this glorious Friday.
Well, very good to hear you.
I just have a few observations. I mean, I haven't heard anything at all earth-shattering today so far, so I feel my chances are reasonably good. A couple things I'd like to talk about. The biggest winner, I think, in this recent Ram move to St. Louis is none other than Al Davis and Raider fans. Not only do we get what we have long coveted, a brand-new, state-of-the-art, football-only stadium, 100 revenue-producing luxury seats, ample parking. Jim, the best part is that we don't have to pay a dime for it. In fact, the only Southern California fans who do contribute to the stadium are you idiot Charger fans. Alex Spanos has to contribute to the new NFL Stadium Fund. Now, he's not pulling that cash out of his own pocket, Jim. It's coming out of those recently increased season ticket prices for you Charger fans. He just passed it on to you. And as a Raider fan, I want to thank all of you personally for contributing to my new stadium. Not only that, Jim, but the closest San Diego will ever come to another Super Bowl is when you host one in a couple of years. Al Davis has even taken that from you now. Part of the agreement is that the new Raiders Stadium will host 3 Super Bowls in the next 10 years. Do you morons think that leaves room for any other Southern California facility? Not a chance. I know, some of you are screaming, well, Al Davis got that because he threatened to leave. You think your owner's any different? No. Why do you think the San Diego City Council just obligated those few tax-paying Charger fans to over $60 million in revenue bonds? They're going to use them to build 110 luxury suites and nearly 8,000 club seats. All this from a city that can't even keep its libraries open. And do you think any of you welfare recipients are ever going to use those seats? Hell no. They didn't build them for you. I'm going to sit in those seats before any of you people ever do. And the one reason your city council agreed to this was that Alex Spanos told him, if I don't get what I want, I will leave. All this for a team that has had 7 winning seasons in the last 20 years. All this for a team that has just made its once-per-generation championship appearance. All this for a team best known for losing on the field and losers off the field. Chuck Muncie never met a lion he wouldn't snort. Dan Fouts was the biggest life chaser in San Diego County. Things are getting better. You got rid of Eric the Flasher Bieniemy, but you still got a guy on your offensive line who just a few years ago was best known for being caught on San Diego PD tape during his nocturnal cruises through Balboa Park. He made the words, "No, no, no, senor, you're much too big for me," famous there. Charger fans, I got to tell you, I'm counting on you today. I'm counting on you to confirm that you're the NFL's official suppositories. I want big cash from this call, not so much today. Even the Charger fans who called today have some game, but the rest of you morons, you'll never learn. Questions, comments, Jim?
As usual, no. Thank you very much, William. Thought he was getting off to kind of a cerebral start, talking about bonds, luxury seats, tax dollars, and then from out of nowhere, he comes up with sex acts, name-calling. Outstanding, William. Big rally to save that phone call. Not only to save that phone call, but to earn huge smack points. The contest continues. On to San Diego. Sam, you're next up. Good afternoon.
What's up?
Hey. Sam in San Diego. You the man. Go ahead.
What's up, man? So far, we've heard a little jungle smack. We've heard some baseball smack. But let me go ahead and try to tie those two together, because there's some great parallels there. Because, baseball, they have the scabs. But unfortunately, in the jungle, we have scrubs. And both of these people have tried to ruin what real gamers have put together and created. So the problem that we run into here, though, is that none of them have any type of game. But because the great callers were on a little vacation for the last couple of weeks while we had new affiliates, and because the major league players were on strike, both of them thought they could come in and get a little something, but all they did was fail. The closest thing they came to jacking something out of the yard was a foul ball 10 feet behind the plate. But listen up, scrubbies, because I'm a jungle dweller, I can only really deal with the scrubs. Scrubs, listen, pay attention today, maybe you'll learn something, but don't be discouraged. There is a consolation prize. If you run down to the station, I'll be there handing out your official Mars Shots trash bags filled with your asinine tapes from all the silly phone calls that you've made, and you can play them to your kids. So maybe one day you can say, hey, look, I almost made it. I had game. I could have been a contender if it wasn't for people like Sam in San Diego. Jim, that's it.
All right, Sam, you're out. Thank you very much. The one common theme developing is every participant in the smack-off is absolutely in awe of himself. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea. Yeah, you guys have bigger egos than the host, and you thought the host couldn't get through the doorway. Incredible. 800-776-1690, but that phone number is only for people who have been invited. Let's go to Hermosa Beach. Troll Man, off the bubble, into the jungle, onto the air. What's up?
Jimbo.
Talk to me.
What's up, baby? And I'm not happy just to be here. You know that, because second is the first loser. I'm going after the Smoochio Hall wannabes and the sports experts like Rossi from LMU, who's busy sucking down airplane exhaust in Westchester, smacking major leaguers, and stroking the owners. Go back to class, Ross. What'd you get, cut from T-ball when you were 8 years old? You gotta learn to respect my guys. These clowns knocking the players are consumed by hemorrhoids, alcoholism, hypocrisy, nearsightedness, front-runnerism, and animosity towards those who's achieved greatness in the jungle environment for which we all thrive and survive was created by these guys. The armchair punks that don't know baseball's finest. Let me quote Chernobyl, Jimbo. 3 kinds of people. Watch it happen, make it happen, or wonder what happened. And if you've never made it happen, learn how to be a good fan first before you trip over your tongue. So I'm going to go into respect and dedication. You need to have a true appreciation of sports fan seasoning. I'm tired of these little biatches pissing and moaning, claiming they're jungle dwellers. They go to a football game in San Diego, Anaheim, sipping on a pina colada, having an avocado sandwich. Respect your team, people. Sitting on a frozen seat at the top of Veterans Stadium when you're 10 years old and it's 10 below zero, and there's shirtless construction workers cheering behind you. Respect your team, people. When you're so cold you try to urinate in your shorts just to stay warm, respect your team, people. These fair-weather fans are light in the sack and only turn out when life is a bowl of cherries. Respect your team, people.
Troll Man, let me jump in there, pal. I gotta respect the time constraints.
Okay.
All right, Troll Man, you got it. Good job. All right, quick facts. This guy's a legend of the fax machine, Carl from Anaheim Hills. Round 1, Doc Mike. Hurt by going first. Judges always save the high scores for last. NoCal Ross. What do you expect from a NoCal? Average game at best. Steve. Epic sarcasm, but no one can win if the host cuts him off. Dave the Mayor. Possibly the angriest old man in America. He blew my head off. Lance and LaCosta. I always enjoy Raider Smack, but Lance was just the setup guy for Raider Mike. Pure. Good thing New York isn't listening yet. Smack like this could kill first-timers. Eddie, he stole rope, but he's been better. Jason from Fullerton, splat. Winner of the first round, Raider Mike. That says Carl from Anaheim Hills. Take a break, we'll come back. Still to come, more telephone calls. You're in for the Great American Smack Off. Stay with us.